The storm is coming. The imperial throne lies empty. The scent of war swirls in the air. Evil awakens. A long-vanished foe stirs. Those who would destroy Tamriel seek out dangers to their dark plot. It is the 582nd year of the Second Era. The drums of war are sounding. This is where our journey begins. It is good to see you again, and I do see you in my own way. You're a wound in time, a tear in reality that shouldn't exist and cannot long endure. Fate speaks in riddles. Your fate was written in the scrolls long ago. It is entwined with the fate of the 5 companions. I have finally located Lyris Titanborn in Cold Harbor. She works a terrible forge under the lash of the great deceiver, Molag Bal. Her soul is in great danger. You must go to her. I can manifest a gate to that dark realm, but you must go quickly. Tread carefully in Molag Bal's realm. You are important. The scrolls have so named you. After Lyris took my place in the Wailing Prison so that we might escape, the Daedra moved her to the Foundry of Woe. It is a place of torment and despair. She toils endlessly making weapons for the enemy. The god of schemes invaded my mind many times during my imprisonment. It was a tortuous experience, but by forcing his way into my mind, he inadvertently opened his own thoughts to me, and thus created a chink in his own armor. We are connected, he and I. With concentration, I can see through his eyes. He feels my presence, and it fills him with rage. When you enter the Foundry to recover Lyris, I can keep his attention focused on me. He will be blind to you for a time. It will be a far greater danger for you to enter Cold Harbor without this distraction. It is Molag Bal's realm, and his power there is great. I will endeavor to distract him in this manner whenever you travel there.
You're alive. Are you really? And he's still alive. Thank the gods. But you can't stay. You have to leave before they find you here. You don't understand. They've done something to me. I can't leave. It's hard to describe. My memories, my feelings, they've been fragmented, ripped apart. And all the fragmented pieces have been locked away in different parts of the Foundry. I've tried The Daedra took everything. My willpower, my courage, my sense of self. I'm an empty shell. And the fragments are reflections of my worst fears and most painful memories. I can't. I don't think I can face them. I'll do my best. Lead on. Be careful. The Daedra love to toy with prisoners. These lost souls are barely aware of their humanity. The guards don't even beat them anymore.
You! Back to work, slave!
This can't be. It looks like my childhood home in Skyrim. I ran off to become a mercenary when I was 16. I never saw my father again. He was murdered by an old enemy. Father? Papa? Is that you? Why is this happening?
Bleed, you bastard! Die like the monster you are! Your mind and soul are already ours. Abandon your pathetic rescue.
Who are you? Why does Lyris walk with you? In life, I was Gyalda, father to Lyris. My spirit was torn from its rest and brought to this foul place. The Daedra forced me to experience my own murder again and again. I thought my torment would never end. I don't understand. Lyris was always a free spirit. Why would my presence bind her here? Lyris, is this true, child?
You were always so cold. So distant. My mother died giving me life. It was my fault. I should never have been born.
Lyris, look at me. The blood of giants flows through my veins. Your mother was a Nord. I gave her my seed without thought for her safety. That's why she died. Not because of you, child. Because of me.
I thought you blamed me. You couldn't even look at me, Papa.
Do you not see? When I looked at you, I saw her face. I loved her, child. Just as I love you. More than life itself. We cannot change the past, nor should we cling to it. You must not let these feelings haunt you. Let them go. Let me go.
I love you too, Papa. Rest now. Be at peace. He's gone. Come on, let's get out of here. This started out as a nightmare, but now everything's different. I never thought I'd get the chance to tell my father how I felt. It's like a weight has been lifted. We should keep moving. This place is a labyrinth of hopelessness built to compound the misery of those who labor here.
Did you get all the pieces?
Yeah, I stashed them in the footlockers all around camp. I bet the commander makes her run 50 laps this time.
50?
Let's hope the beast gets a lashing.
All right, let's get back to it. Act natural.
Did you find something? I can't believe it. This armor is who I am. It's what I am. A warrior without her armor is like a bear without claws. Excellent. I'm ready. It's good to be back in my armor again. Watch your step. All the mining has made these tunnels unstable. Abner Thorn, you traitorous bastard. I should have expected to find you here.
Don't be a fool, Titanborn. I'm trying to help you. Your hatred poisons you. Warriors are like steel. When you lose your temper, you lose your worth.
Help me. You betrayed us all, then went back to licking Money Marco's boot before the smoke cleared.
I did what I had to do. And as a show of my good intentions, I have a gift for you. But be warned, Cold Harbor will not give it up easily.
Is that... Sure, Bones, it is. Vestige, that's my battle axe! It's good to have you back. Are you thirsty for Daedric blood, old friend? My axe. Ah, it feels good to have it back. It's part of me. Losing it was like losing an arm. I don't know. I don't trust him and I never will. But it's odd. The blind hatred I felt when I saw him... I could have strangled him with my bare hands. But now... I think he was right. That hatred was poisoning me. Better. Stronger. Almost whole again. Isn't that strange? I feel powerful enough to take on Umaril the Unfeathered himself. I feel... like a warrior again. We're not done yet. We need to keep moving forward. The passage is blocked by a rock slide, but now that I have my axe back, I might be able to break through it. Stand back. No damn pile of pebbles is gonna stop me now. I almost feel like myself again. So many Daedric beasties, so little time. We need to keep moving. Did you hear that? That sounded like... No. It couldn't be. Sai. What's happened to you? What have they done?
Lyris. Lyris. I can see you. Are you really there?
Sai, it's me. We're seeing some kind of vision of you. Do you know where you are?
I don't know. They're torturing me. They want the Amulet of Kings. Want me to tell them where it's hidden. But I haven't broken. Not yet.
Sai, you need to hold on. We're going to find you. I'll make sure of it. We'll find you. Somehow we'll get you out of there. Sai? Sai! No! Bring him back, you bastards! That was no trick. That was Sai Sahan. Sai's a friend. Maybe my best friend. We need to find him and get him out of there. We need to tell the Prophet about this. He'll know what to do. But first, we need to find a way out of here. I don't care what else they throw at us. Nothing is going to keep me from helping Sai. I can hear it whispering to me, taunting me. The whispering. It's gone. This whole time it was like watching myself from a distance. I felt disconnected. Now, this is the best I've felt in years. Like I've been reborn. And I owe it all to you. Thank you. Let's get out of here. We need to rescue Sai. Then we've got a world to save.
Lyris, child. Are you all right?
Yes, Prophet, I'm fine. The vestige freed my mind from the Daedra's control.
Thank the Divines. Your loss would have thrown all into chaos.
They won't take me again. Not alive, at least. Prophet, Manimarco captured Sai Sahan. He's torturing him to find out where the Amulet of Kings is hidden. We have to rescue him. I just need a minute to catch my breath.
You brought Lyris back, and largely intact from the look of her. And she will need time to recover. One does not leave such a place unscarred. What did he say? Did Sai tell you where he is being held? Then we must locate him before Manimarco forces him to reveal the amulet's hiding place. Did he? I thought he had firmly aligned himself with Manimarco and his worm cult. Curiouser and curiouser. As you saw in my visions, the amulet's misuse ripped a hole in the barrier that protects Tamriel from the forces of oblivion. That damage must be undone, and the amulet is the key. But to find the amulet, we must first locate Sai Sahan. For now you must leave me to my meditation. I must set my mind to the task of locating Sai-Sahan. Until then, embrace the unknowable. The drops of water cannot know themselves to be a river, yet the river flows on. Perhaps it was simply arrogance. Perhaps it was all part of his grand scheme. Who can know the logic of a Daedric prince? I will call upon you again. When the time comes, I will call upon you once more. I won't advise you to travel safely. I know you too well. But keep your wits about you and learn.
You pulled me from the pits of oblivion. I owe you a debt of honor, small one. And a Titan-born pays her debts. It's a wretched place. A haunt of cowards, traitors, and lost souls. And Daedra. Their vile spells violated my mind. Forced me to doubt myself, to disobey my own will. They'll pay for that. And pay dearly. After the Soul Burst, one of the five, Sai-Sahan, fled with the Amulet of Kings. According to the Prophet, it's the only object in the world that can repair the tear in the veil between Tamriel and Oblivion. I'm no mage. I'm a warrior. I have no knowledge of such things. My skill is with a blade, as Manamarco will discover when I remove his head from his narrow shoulders. Yes, I'll be fine, now. I know it sounds strange, but I knew you would come. I had faith in you. I still do. I hope we can be good friends.
Ah, did Lady Arabelle send you? Look, I think I found her. When I got to the shoals and saw all those sea elf pirates and hadalids, I quickly sent a message to Lady Arabelle requesting assistance. But I was able to sneak over here, and that is when I spotted her. The sea has returned her back to me. My ship, the Kamal's Bane. Oh, I thought I lost her forever. She washed ashore on the shoals, thank the Hist. It took me some time to reach this spot without being detected, but now that you're here, we can see what remains of my vessel. She will never sail again, but at least it will be good to see her one last time. And perhaps we can find some indication of what happened to my passenger, Prince Ernskar of Windhelm. You check the hull, and I will search among the wreckage. Be careful.
Stay back. I can still fight.
Isleen! Friend, this is my bosun. There is none finer.
Captain! Sankain, it's you. I didn't think anyone would come for me. But if you're with the captain, please. It's Prince Ernskar. We have to help him. I'd be dead if it wasn't for the prince. Not exactly. After that strange storm swept in and the ship hit the rocks, we were struggling to get to the small boats. A wave hit me and I thought that was the end. But Prince Ernskar lifted me up, tossed me in the boat and shoved it away. The Kamal's Bane started to break apart. The storm pushed us into the straits and the current was dragging most of the ship toward Amanos. I stayed in the small boat as long as I could. Then I leaped into this piece of the wreckage and landed here. The last I saw, he was alive and clinging to the part of the ship floating toward Amanos. Even through the storm, I could hear others in the water, but the winds were sending the wreckage in all directions. You need to go find Prince Ernskar.
Return to the manor. Lady Arabelle must know of this. I'll return as soon as Islene can travel. I'll tend to her wounds and get Islene to safety. You must carry this information back to Lady Arabelle at once. Amanos is no place for a prince to wander alone, and if the other leaders are there, they are also in grave danger.
Captain Suzo and I will be all right. You go help Prince Ernskar.
Friend, Lady Arabelle is waiting for you upstairs. Ravana and I will continue to study the items we found in the ancient Druid Circle. Perhaps there's more we can discover about the Ascendant Magus and his plans.
Thank you for aiding Valencia and I in determining the source of the aberrant disturbance in the grove. If there's anything I can do to further your investigation, please let me know.
Another one of my favorite associates, back safe and sound. And were you successful? Did Captain Suzo find anything important at the shoals? Well, that corroborates what the Dockmaster told you. If Prince Ernskar is still alive and made it to Amanos, perhaps the other Alliance leaders did as well. Of course, that doesn't mean they're safe. Only a small part of the island is hospitable, and Amanos Station is barely that. The rest of the island is an untamed jungle full of deadly plants, wild creatures, and gangs of prisoners. Not exactly a stroll in the park. House Menard controls Amanos, but they restrict their oversight to Amanos Station and the prison stockade. They leave the jungle to the prisoners. Either the royals washed ashore in the jungle, or the Menards are keeping their arrival secret. Soon, my dear. First, prepare yourself while I finish making the needed arrangements. We'll head to Amanos in due time. For now, remember all we have learned thanks to your efforts. Take this as payment. You more than earned every gold piece. I hoped that by investigating the Ascendant Order, we'd uncover a clue as to how to find the missing Alliance leaders. Now we have it on good authority that they may be on Amanos. From the cookpot to the campfire, as my great-aunt Ailes used to say. It's just a saying, dear. As you're still on retainer, I'd like you to spearhead our rescue efforts. Jakan will go with you to the island, then you'll split up to search for the royals. It's risky, but there's a lot of ground to cover. Aboard a prison ship. They sail for Amanos regularly from the Dufort docks. We'll be contracting the services of a Captain Basrush. She's a dear friend. Jakan and I will meet you there, after I finish briefing Captain Colleen and the others. While you head to the Dufort docks, I'll discuss our plan with the Alliance captains. We'll need them for this to succeed. Captain Basrush will get you to the island safely. I know for a fact she can't refuse a purse full of gold. Captains Colleen, Suzo, and Zaji have been procuring ships just for that purpose. The waters around Amanos are treacherous, but I have faith in their skills. I wish I could send more agents to help you, but I prefer to keep a low profile. For the same reason you're traveling by prison ship, so as not to alarm House Menard. We still don't know the extent of their involvement, or if they're making their own play against Emmerich and the others. Anything else, dear, or can we get moving? Oh, Basrush is delightful. You'll get along with her smashingly. We met when she was a smuggler operating along the Sentinel coast. Now she runs under a charter from House Menard, ferrying prisoners and supplies to Amanos Station. Goodness, no. It served as a haven for pirates and smugglers once, before the Empire decided it was a perfect place to dump its undesirables. Political prisoners, prisoners of war, rival nobles. Emmerich continues the practice to the current day. The entire archipelago sits atop the bones of an ancient volcano. Sheer cliffs, jagged reefs, and dangerous currents make Amanos a perfect site for a prison. The only safe landing on the isle is the dock at Amanos Station. I suppose you can call it that. It serves the nearby prison stockade, though the worst offenders are banished to the jungle. The Empire used to send prisoners to Amanos, and it still is a dumping ground for people the authorities want to disappear. They do something to the prisoners. They call it processing. Once that occurs, they can only survive in the Amanos jungle. They go anywhere else, they die. At least that's what they tell them. So yes, the jungle belongs to the prison gangs. It's a closely guarded secret, I'm afraid. When prisoners are selected for banishment, they undergo some sort of magical or alchemical treatment. After that, they can only survive in the jungle. Is it true? Does it matter? The prisoners believe it. House Menard runs the prison stockade for the Daggerfall Crown. They profit off the prisoner exchanges, the mines in the jungle, other prisoner labor. And they maintain Amanos Station, the only true civilization on the entire island. Sometimes I lose track of days myself, dear. Lord Baccaro hired me to provide security for the upcoming peace talks. I oversaw the arrangements to get the Alliance leaders to High Isle safely. Unfortunately, the Ascendant Order uncovered those plans. Precisely. These bandit knights tried to kill High King Emmerich, Queen Irene, and Prince Ernskar, but the Magus lost control of his spell. Thanks to you, we now believe the leaders are on the island of Amanos. We're going to rescue them, my dear.
Wait, what? The prison island? Shouldn't I get a say in this?
Oh, I know you can't stand to be left out of the action. Think of the stories you can tell of your daring escape.
Well, that's true. I guess I'm easy to read.
Like a book, dear.
If I were the Alliance leaders, I'd take my chances with the Sharks. Anything to avoid Amanos. Well, let's get on with this before I come to my senses. When we get there, I'll investigate the stockade in town. That leaves the jungle for you.
God, you are safe. Good fortune did not abandon us entirely. Despite many days of meditating and scrying, Sai Sahan's whereabouts still elude me. The projection that you witnessed in the Foundry of Woe showed him to be in great peril. If we are to find him, I will need your help, Vestige. Though Sai remains hidden from my sight, Lyris brings news that an agent of the enemy lurks in Davon's watch. Fear is on the lips of the people. Darkness walks among them. Even a blind man can sense it. It is the hand of Menamarco. If it is truly an agent of Menamarco's worm cult, it may provide us with a clue that will hasten our search. Seek this agent, but tread carefully. The worm cult is a cult of necromancy, and the undead are fearsome opponents. Venture to Davon's watch. Speak to Fedwira Lauren at the market, or Okia the beggar. Lyris first heard murmurs of trouble lurking in the shadows from them. Locate this agent of evil. Return with any personal effects they carry with them.
My father taught me this song. Pretty, isn't it? I guess I'm feeling a little homesick.
Good hunting, Vestige. Keep your wits about you.